Today we are going to France, and this is actually both of our first time ever going to Europe. And joining us, the fabulous Duca and Ro. So if you don't follow Odd Life Crafting, what are you doing with your life? You need to be following them.
Shame on you, shame on you.
So we are gonna have a freaking blast, but this is a work trip. This is business. It's not just all fun and games. What is everyone most excited for?
Awfully jam.
It's hard to tell. I think I want to eat a croissant, a real one from France.
Ro?
To get to know the places around.
Yeah.
What about you?
I am most excited, I think, to just drive around the French countryside and because we fly into Paris and we rent a car right from the airport and we drive out from there, just getting to see the whole area and go on a 5-hour road trip right when we get there. I think it's gonna be sweet. This is the best airplane meal we're ever gonna have in our lives.
I don't think you get this anymore. This is a long flight.
Check this out. He got the chicken. I got the pasta. Not only did he get a rum, and he also got a wine free of charge. I got a rum and a Pepsi and a wine. With all of this, you got a little biscuit, lentils, pasta. Fresh off of our 8-hour flight, we hopped right into the rental car and began our 5-hour road trip towards the small town of Tocha, which is where Duca and Roberta will be spending the next few years building their brand new boat. At this point, jet lag began to set in for some of us, but not for long. Before we knew it, we were rolling into this picturesque little town. First stop is coffee and croissant.
Can't come in.
So this is our Airbnb here in France. Look at this little guy, huh? What you doing? Huh? You friendly? You're pretty fat, huh? Come on. Hello. Matt. We took a little bit of time to explore and take in the sights of this beautiful place before getting down to the real business of why we came to France. We're here to attend the International Multihull Show, which is fairly self-explanatory from the name, but it's all about showcasing the world's best trimarans and catamarans. And that should give you a pretty big hint as to what we're thinking of for our next boat. Looking good. We came to physically get on board these boats so we could really get a good idea of our likes and dislikes, weighing the pros and cons from each brand, make, and model, comparing things like size, cost, design, layout, build quality, to really be able to narrow down exactly what we're looking for. One in particular that we were actually totally shocked and impressed by was the Aventura 37. They're a slightly less known brand, but for a smaller catamaran, they do not compromise.
And this boat has actually 2.5 years.
Really?
And it's like it's still brand new.
Yeah. So,
wow. I'm super impressed.
Look at this closet you have right here.
And this bench, you can we can do a modification if you want to. We can do an office. I think for you guys
That would be
nice.
best. Yeah.
Or
I kind of love it. Is this our next boat, hon?
I don't know. Like the price
be.
range is ridiculous. Could be.
First of all, the things that impressed me the most about this so far, this is 1 foot smaller than Gypsy Moon.
It's
Mind
small.
you,
I didn't even think about that.
It's a foot
it's
smaller than Gypsy Moon, but it's a catamaran, so obviously you have more room. But sometimes I find in some of the smaller catamarans, the storage is always an issue, and the cabins are very squashed. In this, you feel like you have a full, nice owner's cabin, the same as you would on a Leopard 47 or something.
This is way bigger than my boat.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. I can't believe it. Honey, I have my makeup table. It would be an office. We'd make it into an office. Okay, continue.
She can put her perfume. That's it. Yeah.
so this is the same bed than on the other side.
And then that one there is the 1.5.
Exactly.
I understand. This is an amazing guest cabin.
Oh yeah.
With the show being so busy and a ton of people coming in and out, it's hard to get a full, proper, in-depth tour of the boat, but hopefully this gives an idea. Next up, we checked out Windelo catamarans, which is not in our budget, but they do have some very innovative design solutions. I love the innovative
Man, that's
ideas.
great. Yeah.
Doing things differently than everyone else.
Yes, definitely.
I love that. In the monohull, you're climbing down and you feel like you're inside a dark cave. So then having all of this beautiful natural light is such a big difference. And not only that, I think having all of this equipment enclosed in here makes it last a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because it's not exposed nearly as much to the elements, and even like the anchor windlass and everything is nice and secure in here, so it's not getting drenched in salt water and the sun isn't baking everything.
Agreed.
And so everything will last much, much longer.
Feels very well built. Like it feels strong.
Thank you.
Know?
Some
You
of
know
them
what I
you
mean?
kind of step and you're like,
Yeah, definitely.
That-
In
yeah,
fact,
that's-
you know, the basalt fiber, it's a fiber which is more stronger than the glass fiber. It's a little bit like a mix between carbon and glass fiber in terms of property.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
The mini washing machine. Wow. Now that is key.
Whoa. It's actually the Mini. That's wild.
Here you have an office with two retractable beds.
Wow. Editation station.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
And again, great use of space. So if you have people, you can have that. If you
Exactly.
don't have them, you can have your office to yourself.
Yeah. And when you are in a tree cabin, here it became your huge bathroom. So your shower is coming approximately until here.
On top of looking at catamarans, we also wanted to compare some of the gear and equipment brands that we might be outfitting our future boat with someday. And of course, having a little bit of fun too. This electric foiling jet ski is by Overboat. Trying one of these out was honestly so cool. Mind you, they do cost a pretty penny, but I love that you can ride around and have fun like a jet ski without using any fuel.
Okay, that was fun.
It honestly feels a lot slower than it looks.
Really?
Yeah, I felt like I was going very slow. No, I just felt, I was like, can we go faster? The International Multihull Show is complete and they're doing the teardown, but we were lucky enough to snag a spot on the Nautitech 44 Open. So we are gonna sea trial that today. I'm really looking forward to that. Finally, the winds calmed down. It's been very, very windy the last couple days, and today looks like we've got some perfect weather for the sea trial. Once we got the sails up, we were cruising along beautifully. But I could tell that the Nautitech crew had something up their sleeves. They wanted to show us what this thing could really do. And that they did. They pushed it to the limit. We were absolutely flying, hitting a top boat speed of 15.7 knots, which we just missed getting on camera. I think it's safe to say that we were both totally blown away by the Nautitech 44 Open sailing performance. Oh, it's very responsive.
She's sensitive.
Yeah, very sensitive.
Yeah. What do you think?
This is amazing.
Kind of the same as Gypsy though, huh?
I think Gypsy would explode if we were doing this. You kind of have a maneuverability of the layout with the settee here, so you can move it to be able to have a seat here and like full nav station that could also double as an editing office. But just plenty of room, tons of storage. It feels very like bright and open with the big windows. You feel like you get a lot of natural light in here. So, this would be where the magic would happen. Tons of closet space. Have a separate head. An enclosed head with its own sink and mirror and everything. As well as, I mean, look at this. I could have a dance party in here. Oh, wow. The footage is a bit rocky, it's because we are currently underway, but she feels stable and smooth as ever.
Alright, so we're still underway here, but this thing is like a supercar. Don't you reckon?
Oh, and it's amazing, like when you feel it powering up and you can feel that force on it, it doesn't feel overpowered. Like it just feels like it's just loving it and loving it and loving it even more.
Yeah, so like on the Leopard that I was on previously, when you were up to high speeds like this, you could really feel it dig. Like the bow was really
Plowing.
pulling. Yeah, you could feel the tension on it. But this boat actually heels a bit, and the bows are kind of scooped in the front, so it keeps the front edge of the bow from just smashing into the water. And man, you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's not quite Kiki's birthday, but on his birthday, we're gonna be flying out and traveling. It's gonna be a whole day of travel. So today is gonna be Kiki's birthday celebration day, and we hit what I think it was 15.5?
15.7.
15.7. What a good day.
Yeah, beautiful.
And this was a last minute surprise. We didn't even think that we were gonna get to do this. We were actually supposed to sea trial a totally different boat, and it didn't work out, and this happened, and everything happens for a reason.
Yep. We gotta thank Jason and Nikki on that one from the Winds there.
From the Winds. We had breakfast with them this morning, as well as with Odd Life, and they brought up Nautitech, and it wasn't even on our radar for some reason. We were so distracted with the boat show with a bunch of other things, and now I'm so glad that they mentioned that to us. So thanks, Nikki and Jason.
Thanks, guys. These guys are sick.
Once we got back to the dock, we hopped right aboard the Nautitech 40 Open to check it out. The 40 Open seemed to align a little bit better with us in terms of size and budget. We filmed a brief little walkthrough so that you could see some of the differences between the two models. The highlight of both of these models is the spacious and open cockpit, which is designed to make it feel almost like an extension of the salon. A huge thank you again to the team over at Nautitech for taking us out for one hell of a sail. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's a wrap.